Hi there, guys. We try to have a lot of fun here at Cadeau and Janko Wednesdays at Lunch, Burger Edition. But last week it was brought to our attention by the good people at Dic and Ann's that we made an error. They contacted us through our Twitter at Burger Edition to let us know that they are in fact not closed on Sundays, but they're closed on Mondays.
Yep. And, we're not above admitting when we've made a mistake. And for this, I think we just relied a little too heavily on my memory of when they were open and when they were closed. But Sunday to Monday, to me, is not that big of a difference. I'm apologizing, but really I'm just shifting my grievances from Sunday to Monday. Don't be closed any day. It's 7 days. Be open all of those days. You're throwing your money away.
Well, we're getting off track here.
And that's true.
In this world of Ronald McDonald's and Burger Kings, sometimes we forget about the real people, like the Dicks, the Anns, the Dave Thomases.
Yeah.
And we did not mean to offend. We did not mean to insinuate, really, that Dic and Ann prayed to a goat god named Ramalama Ding Dong.
We try to make this a humorous show, and sometimes we may go a little overboard, and we would like to apologize.
And if you have any other problems that you discover on our show that you'd like to correct us on, you can contact us on Facebook, facebook.com/Burger Edition, Twitter, @Burger Edition, and I guess even Instagram, Burger Edition. Now with that out of the way, please enjoy the show. Welcome to Cadeau and Janko, Wednesdays at Lunch, Burger Edition. Today, we went to quote-unquote QDC Burger.
Yeah, what does that stand for?
Cheval.
Oh yeah, okay.
Burger, which is our first back alley burger. Probably the only back alley burger. I don't know how many back alley burgers there really are available to us.
You came through, though.
I came through. Matthew, a few weeks ago, you joked about, next we'll go have a back alley burger. And I thought to myself, I have the perfect thing. And it's supposed to be pretty good. So I'm gonna surprise you a little bit. So now we went to the Cheval. If you go out back in the alley, and we were kind of wandering alley to alley because I thought I knew where it was, and it wasn't that far off.
It was an alley-filled afternoon, yeah.
Yeah, and so we circled our way back. We made it to the back alley, grabbed a menu, and sat down to mull over our options. I really thought that they had a very simple menu before having eaten there. I thought it was like maybe just the quarter pounder or 1/3 pounder. Take your pick, let's go. But no, they had maybe 6 other options, something called the Mob Burger, the 100%. What was the other one that the chef suggested to us?
Yeah, I really don't remember the Mob Burger because it was so befitting of you looking so Italian today.
Yeah, what do you mean by that? I was looking so Italian. I was wearing a white shirt because it's hot. It's summer.
I never. Yeah. I mean, I never picture you wearing a white shirt. Normally, you're wearing a darker colored shirt.
That's true, but it's hot. It's summer.
Yeah. But your shirt was unbuttoned a little more than usual.
Okay.
The chest hair was a little more prominent. You had 2 articles of jewelry. You had the gold cross and the golden pepper.
Just hanging out in my chest hair.
Yeah. That gold pepper, that you always told me was the bigger the pepper, the more Italian you were, I think, or the richer you were.
No, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure.
You told me one of those.
Neither one really makes any sense.
Yeah, I think you said the richer your family is, the bigger the pepper is.
And I don't have a very big pepper. Mine's pretty small here.
Well,
it's pretty small.
Perhaps.
Maybe an inch.
All that was very, was just out there. And I was like, you're looking, you got a haircut today? I don't know.
I got it yesterday, but that's not the point. Yeah, it's still a fresh haircut.
No.
Anyway, so because of that, because you had mentioned how Italian I was looking, I looked at the Mob Burger, and it had a tomato sauce, and I forget exactly what now because I didn't eat that. Yeah, pepperoni. It was other Italian things, mozzarella. I was like, maybe maybe that's exactly the burger I'm gonna get.
Huh.
I started filling out my little, kind of like Pix. Their menu is you fill it out and you hand it in. They give you your burger. So we started filling out the menu, and then the cook came out and he's like, "I suggest this and this." I said, "Well, I guess if that's what he's going to suggest." You didn't care about that though, because one of his suggestions had a bunch of things you didn't like.
Yeah, it's like, you don't know me. Don't suggest things that...
Well, he can suggest it, and you don't have to...
Yeah, but he was really kind of... Because even when we went up to order, he was like, so you're having this, and your friend over there is having the other thing I suggested?
Yeah.
And I couldn't even say no, because I was having a sneezing fit. You had to...
Yeah, Matthew, you had like a real fit of allergies or something today. I was rubbing your back as if that was going to help, but you just kept sneezing.
Yeah. I remember I had a warm hand on my back, and I was like in a trance of sneezes. I didn't even realize. Thank you.
I hope you realize I only gave you one bless you.
Yeah, you did.
That's first policy. Personal policy. You get one bless you. And then the second one, I usually just say, you only get one. And then after that, I don't know how much more explanation you need.
Yeah. I mean, sneezes don't normally come in one. I'd say they come in threes. Why don't you save your bless you for a little later on?
How am I supposed to know that you're not a single sneeze man?
Well, I would hope by now you knew. You would know.
You're an unpredictable fella, Matthew. Anyway, so I ended up getting the 100% burger.
Yep.
Which had cherry tomato chutney, some cheese I've never heard of before. I wrote it down. Bowersie, Bowrsie cheese. It tastes like a goat cheese, kind of. Some oyster mushrooms, olives, and a garlic sauce on a quarter pounder burger. And I understand that their patties are made out of discarded steak bits, which sounds worse than it is. But they're making high-end steaks at Cheval, and so I guess the pieces that aren't being used for the final steak get ground up into patties. So you're having a pretty high-end meat for your burger.
Yeah, all the fat, all the gristle, all the bone, all the fingernails.
They're just grinding all that bone up to make the patty. Really helps it stick together.
A lot of calcium.
Matthew, you had they gave the option of lettuce, tomato, and onion, and you said none of those things.
You heard that?
I'll just have a piece of cheese.
Well, it's because I had filled out my little paper,
yeah,
and everything I wanted, and I handed it to him, and then he still asked me, and I was just about to sneeze again, so I was just like, and I caught my breath, and I was like, none of those. Here's the paper. just.
So, what did you end up getting on your burger?
No frills, just.
You're not a frilly man.
No, I just wanted the burger, the white bread, a piece of cheese. I got some onions, fried onions.
Okay. Did you put a little mustard or ketchup on there?
I added some of that after.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to do it myself.
All right, because you don't know how they're going to do it.
Yeah,
they were offering to add an extra $12, and we'll add some foie gras on that.
Yeah, it's like just give me the bare bones. Let me do what I need to it.
Yeah, let me judge the burger for really what it is. Yeah. If it's supposed to be these bits of steak, it should taste good on its own, right?
Yeah, don't cover it up.
Yeah,
with
don't
your expensive
hide it. Yeah.
Mustards, your Dijons, and
your
spicy.
I think
mayonnaise.
They had like a beef broth reduction, all kinds of like pretty fancy things.
What do you got to hide? Back alley burger.
Yeah. Well, apparently everything. They're in a back alley.
They are hiding pretty successfully. The police found them today. I don't know what they were doing.
Police found them. I'm pretty sure it was a completely separate thing because they were looking in the alley. They were talking about this alley. Then they pointed up to a security camera. I think they needed the footage from like the night before or previous.
Sounds exciting.
Yeah. Someone got, stabbed or something. They needed the footage.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like someone broke into a car. Who knows?
It was an alleyway, and it was It didn't smell as bad as all the other alleyways we went down.
I didn't even notice.
Well, some of those alleyways smelled pretty bad.
Yeah, I suppose.
And that one was pretty good. And speaking of garbage, Sebastien, I was taking out the trash the other day.
Go on.
And I got a whiff of it. Just went right up into my nasal cavity and
tickling your old Victorian nerves.
Yeah, and I just flashes of Sebastien, flashes of you.
Why do you smell garbage and think of me? That's not very encouraging for me.
I know I set it up to be like, oh, Sebastien smells like trash.
Yeah.
But now these bags, I did not realize, these garbage bags, are scented garbage bags.
Oh.
Green apple, Sebastien.
Oh, I see where this is going.
And you were the best smelling person I knew in high school.
Yeah, you'd come over to my place and just like smell it. You'd grab my hat and smell the inside of it.
Well, yes, because you had in your house air fresheners.
Mm-hmm.
Probably before they became really mainstream, those little, every like 9, 18, 27 minutes, it does a little...
It's like an air freshener that is on a timer and just gives a little spritz every half hour or so.
Yeah. Now, you had these Zepp products.
That's right.
They were green apple and pear. And
that 1 cent or were those two different scents that we had?
1 cent.
Okay.
And it was... I couldn't get over it. I remember you'd come... I remember holding your cap up to my face and just breathing it in. You'd come to school some days and I would take the hat off your head and it's like, I need the smell.
You get a whiff of Seba.
Yeah, everything in your house just smelled so great because of that smell. And I remember trying to get my hands on some Zepp, and I don't know where your dad got it.
I think this was more my mom's.
Your mom? I don't know where she got it.
Territory. I'm pretty sure it was like a door-to-door salesman, and she was like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea," and she bought it. I'm pretty sure she gave you a can.
I got 1 can. Yes, I had a can, and I nursed that can for years.
Yeah.
Just a little spray here and there.
Yeah. You don't want to overdo it.
I get a little cap, like a little baseball cap, spray that, and I was like, just like Sebastien now. People are going to be smelling my hats.
I mean, you're not the first person to mention my odor in a positive way.
Oh.
I recall last week's guest, Nick Drapo, one time in university, leaning over and saying, "Hey, everyone, get a whiff of Seba. He smells great." And I mean that's as high a compliment as I'm going to get in this lifetime.
I feel like you might get better compliments, but maybe not.
Maybe not on smell.
Now, did you know Nicholas Drapo at that moment?
Yes, I did know him. He wasn't a stranger. No.
Hey, everyone, come smell this kid.
He said it smells great, but I'm pretty sure it was just like. At that point, I wasn't living with my parents, so there wasn't any Zepp residue. I'm pretty sure like I used fabric softener and shampoo, and like it just had a good odor or something.
So you're not even attributing this great smell to Zepp?
No, not even.
I feel like there was some residual Zepp.
There very well may have been that just is soaked into my skin or my clothing or something like that. Maybe I just recently visited my parents' place. Who knows?
Now, I know this is crazy, but I have every now and then, late at night, I go on eBay.
Mm-hmm.
I go on...
Why does this have to be late at night for you to search for air fresheners?
Because it's at this hour that I'm willing to spend crazy amounts of money.
Fair enough.
Where I find Zepp.
Mm-hmm.
For like over $100, I can get a little case of Zepp delivered, all because of the shipping.
Yeah.
But it always...
How much? How much are we talking about?
Like 12 cans for like close to $200. I'm so close to pressing that little confirm order. I go all the way, put my address in, do it, and I just hover over that confirm order button.
Now, I mean, let's think about this for a second. You got that 1 can from my mom.
Yeah.
And it lasted you years, you said.
Oh yeah, but I wouldn't let that happen again. I would use them up.
See, now if you were smart about it and you bought a dozen and you could make all dozen of those last, say, a year. Yeah. Imagine 12 years of appreciating that green apple pear smell. You wouldn't even be able to smell it anymore at the end of it.
And I don't have the willpower. I would put an air freshener in every room.
Speaking of lack of willpower,
yes.
Matthew, I gave in and had another milkshake today.
Oh yeah, for the burger we
actually left. We finished eating. I'd had a beer with my meal. Matthew, you got French fries. I got onion rings. We'll get more into those onion rings later.
Yeah.
We left, crossed the street, headed home, and I was like, I do want a milkshake. Even though you had asked me before we had even ordered, and I said, nah, not today. I had a change of heart after that greasy burger, and went back and got another milkshake. Once I was done that milkshake,